My name is Amanda Story. I am the lead makeup artist and writer for the Yahoo Shopping Fashionate Blog, and I have some new purchases I want to talk about, specifically foundations. So I started working in a new location, and it has amazing lighting. It is all windows on all sides, which is great for me as a makeup artist because I can give people beautiful makeup in natural light that looks seamless on their skin. I can get perfect foundation matches, which is awesome. But when I went there, I noticed on my own foundation that it was showing a little bit, and that's not going to work for me. So I've been on the search for a foundation that has a little bit of coverage, something that is undetectable on my skin, that matches well, that wears well throughout the day. I know I have a lot of expectations, but I'm certain that there's something out there for me. So I picked up a few things this week, and I want to kind of talk about them a little bit. First product is going to be the L'Oreal True Match. I'm sure you've all seen this in your local drugstores. It comes in 6,000 different shades, warm shades, cool shades, neutral shades, and I went through about 6 or 7 different shades of this. I have purchase, return, because none of them are working out, and obviously in drugstores you can't try them in the store. You can't open, you can't test. So that's really annoying when you have to just keep going back and forth trying out the new shade that you got, and then it doesn't work, and then you hope and pray that the next one that you got was the right one, and it's usually not. So this is, like I said, about the 6th one that I've got, which is Warm Ivory, which is still not the right shade, but I decided to try it out anyway, and I just don't I don't like this makeup. There's something about the texture that really bothers me. It's very light. It is medium coverage, sheer to medium buildable coverage, I would say. But the thing I don't like about it is the texture. It's very liquidy. It's streaky when it goes on. I've used it with a brush. I've used hands. I've used it with sponges. I didn't like any of the tools with this makeup. It just wasn't working for me. So this is going to be going back, and I still don't know what shade I am. Like, I couldn't tell you if I'm a light ivory, a cool shell, a bare pearl. I don't know, but not a big fan. $9.99 at your local drugstores. People rave about this, but it didn't work out for me. The next one is the new one from Benefit, Big Easy SPF 35. Basically what they're calling bigger than a BB cream. So similar to a BB cream, but better. Liquid to powder formula, oil-free. I'm not a fan of powders. I don't like powder on my skin. I have a drier skin, so I was a little bit worried that this was going to do what powders do to me, which is kind of settle on my skin, pick up any area of dryness, and amplify it. But I actually really like this. It's a really sheer makeup, sheer to medium buildable coverage. I like to put it on with my hands, and this is actually really nice. It's lightweight, doesn't feel like you're wearing anything, so if you're a fan of powder and you kind of want to try out a liquid, this would be good for you. If you have oily skin, this would be good for you as well. Or if you're just really not into feeling any textures on your skin at all, but you want a little something, this is great. It's $38. They gave this one to me, and I like it. I have shade 03 Light Medium, and this would be a makeup I would wear if I was going somewhere where it's really hot weather. I know that I'm not going to feel dry, and I want something just sheer and light and easy. So like a camping makeup, vacation makeup for me. I'm not sure when that would be, but yeah, great. Next one, I was at the grocery store buying stuff, and I came across a display of cosmetics, all natural. It was at Real Foods in San Francisco, so they have all this sort of organic, natural types of foods and products in general. And so this is one that I picked up. It's called Andalou Naturals Fruit Stem Cell Science CC Moisturizing Sheer Nude with SPF 30 Sensitive Skin. So a CC cream, color correcting cream with an SPF of 30. Again, I had high hopes for this one. I love to try out natural products. I want to try to get away from using things with chemicals in it if possible. Something more natural that's not going to make my skin break out. Things that just feel really good, and I can look at the ingredients and I'm like, oh, I know what that means. It's not a word I've never heard. And this smells really good. That's a positive. Other than that, not for me. Really heavy SPF 30. I could feel it on my skin. It felt thick. Little to no coverage, which is fine. It's just a color correcting cream. But really for me, it was the thickness of it and the greasiness as the day went on with the SPF 30. It just felt really heavy, and I just did not care for this other than the smell. It smells like roses, which is really nice. But this is not for me. Probably going to go back to Real Foods. It was about $15. Not a super big deal, but if I'm not going to use it, I don't want to keep it around. Okay, the next one I had really high hopes for. It's $62 at Sephora. It is Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. Is that what it is? Luminous Silk Foundation. I haven't really used any Armani products, and so I was a little bit nervous. I mean, they're expensive. They're really pricey. And a friend of mine who is also a makeup artist, I was complaining to her about how I wanted something that was really sheer on my skin, very lightweight, with a little bit of coverage and that had longevity to it. She recommended this, and I gave it a try. I bought 2 different shades, 3.5 and 3. Neither shade really works for me, to be honest. 3.5 is too dark, 3 is too light, so I don't know if I'm right in the middle of those two, 3.25 or something, which they don't make. I'm guessing that's what I would be. It is a beautiful foundation for the right person. I'm not the right person for it. It's very lightweight. It is very luminous. It's very silky. It gives medium coverage. If you can build it up to a fuller coverage if you work at it. I wore this to work, and I thought my skin looked really good, and then not even halfway through the day, it started moving, separating a little bit. I was getting a little bit oily. I was not super happy about that, and because the shades aren't right, unfortunately, I'm not going to keep this one around. It's going back to Sephora, but I really wanted to like this. I did and I didn't, because $62 is a lot of money to spend on a foundation every couple of months, or however long it lasts. For me, a couple months. So I didn't want to love it because that's a lot. But then I was hoping that it was going to be some miracle product that was worth the $62, and I was going to be excited about it. Either way, it let me down, so yeah, I'm kind of glad. It's a lot of money for foundation. Okay, the next one I had extremely high hopes for. I've been hearing about it, people talking about it, raving about it, beauty bloggers, the Bare Essentials, BareMinerals, BareSkin Liquid Foundation. This is supposed to be undetectable, perfectly natural looking coverage on your skin, like beautiful, flawless coverage, lightweight, like angel baby skin. I don't know. That's what sort of I had the impression that that's what it was going to be. So I was really excited when I finally saw it come out, because I've been waiting and waiting, and then I saw it at Sephora, and I was like, give it to me, give it to me. And it's an SPF 20. It doesn't have any garbage in it. It doesn't have the silicone, the parabens, the oils. It's supposed to be just like a brightening serum, not made with anything harmful. Amazing foundation. It is $29. I also bought the brush because I felt like the brush was kind of fun. It's got the, it's like a buffing brush, and then it has a little hole in the center. You pour the liquid foundation in, and then you buff it into your skin, and you look in the mirror, and you're flawless and fabulous, and nobody even can tell you're wearing makeup. They're just like, oh my gosh, she's gorgeous. And this is a disappointment. Just really beyond. I had such high hopes. I bought shade Bare Cream 5. Way too yellow. But the other shades looked really pink. Like another thing where I just couldn't figure out what my shade was. There was a lot of shades, which is awesome for people of all colors. I'm glad that they have a lot of shades. But the lighter shades were really pink or really yellow. I couldn't find anything kind of right in between. And it's extremely liquidy. So you have to really, 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 really shake it up, and then you pour it in the brush. The texture is just weird. It's not thick enough to really have coverage. And then it's kind of streaky and kind of powdery and kind of like, I don't know, I just felt kind of too slippery and didn't dry down. It didn't set ever. And I'm really bummed out about it. I'm extremely bummed out. I thought this was going to be next level, and it's not. So I don't know. What do you do? It's just keep suffering different disappointments all the time with these new makeups that come out. And I keep going back to the same things that I love. I love my Rimmel Lasting Finish, which is like $7 at the drugstore, and it wears beautiful and it's awesome. I feel like I wish it was a little bit lighter weight, but I love it. It's probably one of the best. Revlon Color Stay Whipped. Again, $12, $13. Amazing. You can buy it anywhere in the world. You can walk into any Walgreens, CVS, wherever. It's always there. No special trips to Sephora or anywhere needed. So I keep going back to those because they are working, but I also like to try new things. And I guess I like to try new things and be disappointed. I don't know. So that's what I got this week. All of this, out of everything, big easy, I approve, good. Everything else is going to be returned. So hopefully you have either tried some of these products and love them and they work amazing for you, and I'm super happy for you if they do. For me, they don't work out. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye.